sure you keep up with all the new content on Gaming for XP. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we'll let you know once we've uploaded anything that's new. See ya! Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Origins Curse of the Pharaoh DLC. This will be the last video I'm going to put up on the channel. Obviously have to look at what you guys are watching or not watching, and obviously put content up on the channel that is popular, and obviously the views for this series are just not there at the moment. So this will be the last of this series for the year, and today we are going to go and complete the Nefertiti quest, fight our way in, and finally get rid of the boss Nefertiti. So sit back, enjoy guys, and watch me struggle as usual. When I come into the palace before, these dudes weren't around, so you can't actually get in here without having to fight your way in, but where's the fun in that? And they have weird voices too. They're strange beings, and they're everywhere. Wow, there's another one. Ooh, quick hide. They're pretty aggressive compared to the actual main game. These guys are like, they find you real quick, and that's a difference I've noticed with this Assassin's Creed. Before, you used to can hide pretty well. Oh, hello. You want to fight? Yep, no problem. We'll have a wee bit of fight. There you go. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the gameplay. You're on Gaming for XP if you don't know. You know, yeah, I'm going to run away from you. By the way, I was speaking to the enemies, not enemies. So, okay. Yeah, before with Assassin's Creed, it was relatively easy to kind of get away from enemies and hide and stuff like that. But this one, it just seems that they're a little bit more sensitive. At least that's how I'm finding it. A little bit more sensitive, and they tend to find you easy like that. Usually I could sneak up on an enemy like that, but in this game it's a lot more difficult, which I kind of like. I kind of like the challenge. Got to heal up, got no health. They're probably going to shoot arrows at me, aren't they? Yep, let's hide behind here because we'll give them some of their own medicine. There you go. Have a look at that. What do you reckon? Have a rest. So I got sweet coffee this morning, and you can see we're doing some work on these guys. This guy's got a bit of health. I'm just going to have a quick swig of coffee, which will probably send my voice strange, which it usually does. But yeah, who cares? It shouldn't be easy to get into here. It should be difficult, I think. And anyway, it's a bit entertaining to watch me try and struggle and sweat and, you know, say bad words as I try and get in. What's this guy doing? So I did put a video out a while ago about my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Origins, and I have really enjoyed this version of the game. I like how they just fold like that. Really have enjoyed it. What I would say though is once we get into the DLCs, it is kind of rinse and repeat time. It is more of the same, and they have tried to do some things a little bit different in this game. I'm seeing that loot pack. I don't know if I come back for it or not. They have tried to change it up a little bit, but essentially it is all the same kind of missions and, you know, attacking force and stuff, which I personally enjoy, but I can see people would make it a bit put off by. But I think given the innovation they've done on the game, and given the fact that they've actually taken their time and taken a much longer development cycle on this one, I think it's been totally worth it. And I think it shows the way a game developer can keep their game in this scenario. It still feels like an Assassin's Creed game, but they've definitely taken it up a notch and definitely improved the game and brought it up to date. which is not an easy thing to do, I don't think. There's other games at the moment that are, in my opinion, going in completely the wrong direction, trying to keep up with trends rather than going back to what made their game absolutely fantastic and popular. I think hats off to Ubisoft. They've done a really good job in this one to keep this new, fresh, exciting, plus, you know, I still feel like Assassin's Creed. So I have really enjoyed this a lot. And as you've seen, I've done so many episodes of this game, it's not funny. So if you haven't picked this up, you know, wait till it goes on special, whatever. If you kind of get limited funds and you have played Assassin's Creed before, I'd recommend it, highly recommend it. It has been an absolute joy to play. And this bow is awesome. Now, I think at the moment I'm a bit level, not in this gameplay, but I've got up to about level 50 or 51, somewhere around there. And the DLCs were both DLCs. I did get the season pass for this. Takes you up to about level 55. And so by about level 55 you should have some decent gear around. And but there's still the XP that you get going. I think it's level 40-ish or 45 for the normal game. I think it's 40, and then to go up from level 40 to level 55, the XP, the amount of XP that you get from the DLCs is just astounding. It goes up a lot, and you can see I'm back to I'm back looting again. Doesn't matter whether it's Fallout, Borderlands, or Assassin's Creed. I do like my loot games. I don't have a problem though. Honestly, I don't have a looting problem. It's fine. I just like playing games that have loot in them. Okay, so we're going to sneak in here. See, I do enjoy the challenge of getting through all these different areas. And Nefertiti is just up to the right here. Now, if you want to see how to defeat Nefertiti, either watch this video, or I do have a separate video where I actually explain it in a lot more detail. What we're going to do is we're going to let this gameplay play out, and I'm going to not say too much. I might give you the odd comment, but there we go. Has it got anything to say?
Enough. This ends here.
I just gave her a present and she wants to fight me. She's squaring up. And Bayek's not known for his talking. He's a bit of a quiet guy. So this will take a while to get rid of the heart. And if you've seen my actual walkthrough of this, yeah, the original, when I first met Nefertiti, didn't end well, to be honest. She kicked my butt pretty quickly, and it does take a while for all the bosses in this DLC to kill them, and you have to kind of develop a wee bit of a technique and then get into a kind of zone and a rhythm and keep it up for quite a while, like 10 minutes worth, to get rid of them. At least for me, that's the kind of method that I've developed to get rid of these guys. As you can see, they've got a lot of health that you've got to get rid of. A lot of health. Excuse me. Told you my voice would go weird after I had a drink of coffee. And I got to tell you, my controllers were, my hands were sweating through this. And probably, you're seeing the culmination of probably, I'd guess about 15, 20 attempts to kill Nefertiti and trying all different methods to try and get rid of her. You know, I'm a slow learner, so you know, some of the time I just keep, you know, trying to be aggressive and go at her about 4 or 5 times before I realise, yeah, that's not working, we need to do something a bit different. And it's true of most games. If you come up against a boss fight like this, my advice is don't continue to do the same thing. Try different things, and eventually you'll figure out a way of killing the boss. Now, you can obviously also go onto YouTube and get some advice for people. I don't see any harm with that. It's not. I don't think it's cheating. I think it's just a case of being able to figure out how to best, you know, approach a boss fight like this. You still got to figure out how to kill them. You've still got to do all the work. You're not using anything that's going to give you an advantage. It's just, and this is a very good example where this is a technique that you just got to hit them with a little bit of fire damage, and you got to get your timing right. And I love this about the game. I love this about the boss fights, because this goes back to a lot of the old games that I used to play, especially the Tomb Raider games, where getting your timing right, maybe not necessarily for a boss fight, but getting your timing right was absolutely key to winning the game. And this kind of harks back to that, where you just got to get things right. So I like that element of the game. Probably for me it just took a little bit too long to kill the boss, but it's very rewarding once you do. And if I look at other boss fights in the game, this DLC is by far the hardest boss fight you're going to come up against. But having said that, we are at a high level. It has, you know, we're very far in the game, and I've got some incredible amount of hours up in this game now. I haven't now played it for a couple of weeks, but I need to go back and finish it. I'm fairly close to the end of the DLC, and like I said at the start in the intro of the video, I won't be recording anymore for the channel. I do have some more footage that I did record, but I'll be leaving it. I'm going to park it for now. So, coming up shortly, I have pre-ordered Shadow of the Tomb Raider. If you'd like to see that on the channel, let me know either by messages in the bottom of this video or Twitter or whatever. I love the Tomb Raider series. I've been a big Tomb Raider player for such a long time, and I'd love to share that with you guys. I might do a similar thing to what I've done with Assassin's Creed this year and late last year, is give you all the hype and then the gameplay, and we'll see where it goes as far as the views are worth it and whether you guys are going to enjoy it. So I will be talking a lot about some stuff that's coming up fairly shortly in an update. I don't know if it will be out by the time I drop this on the channel or not, but there is I've got a heap of new ideas I'm going to run by you guys before I implement them on the channel, and see if you would be interested in watching those. So as you can see, we're getting Nefertiti's health down a fair way. She's very, very strong, and it's a case of just hitting her with a little bit of fire, allowing that to do damage, which then fills your health bar in and gives you this kind of attack capability, and then you've got to kind of hit her about 3 or 4 times and run away and start again. So there you go. Hit her with a little bit of health, and you watch the health bar at the top. That little kind of light blue bar is filling, and the more damage that she takes with the fire, the quicker that will fill. And the thing is about the fire arrows is they continue to do damage. You don't need to. The big mistake I made at first was to pump a whole lot of arrows into her. You don't need to do that. All you have to do is pump a couple into her, and you've got to get your timing right to be able to make sure that she takes damage. But once you do that, you'll see then there's a multiplier there. Pay quick attention. the more fire arrows, the higher the multiplier, and the quicker your bar is going to fill. So that's the secret to it. Like I said, if you want a full rundown, I'd have done a separate video on that, which has been watched quite a lot on the channel. So, bio at this point. And the other thing that I found, I have been using a particular sword through the whole game, but for this challenge and for the boss fights, I needed to switch that up because for some reason that extra attack capability wasn't working properly with the fan. Is the sword that has the poison on it, wasn't working properly. So you'll see, I'll show you in a minute. Once we get the RB and LB up, so RB RT, sorry, incoming, it wasn't doing that, it wasn't going straight at Nefertiti, it was just, you were just standing there. So I had to use this new sword that I got through one of the quests, and it does a lot of damage, but it's very slow compared to what I'm used to with my other weapons. But for boss fights, it is absolutely fantastic. It does a heck of a lot of damage if you can get it right. So we're nearly there, guys. As you can see, I've talked through the whole of this, which is quite an achievement, but should get an achievement for that. And I think I'm about 79 to 80% complete on this game now, which is quite high. And she dies by the fire damage. See, she suddenly disappeared. That was fire damage.
Nefertiti. Was she a pharaoh? Or a god? Nefertiti worshipped the Aten, but who holds it now?
So there we go, guys. Nefertiti is no more. And I'd like to take the opportunity to thank every single one of you who has supported the Assassin's Creed Origins series this year and late last year. The views have been incredible, and it's the first time I've done a whole series on the channel. Thanks for supporting me, and we'll catch you later on Gaming for XP. See ya!